Is this visual?
Yeah, we can see.
Yep, all good.
Okay.
Match 2-1-3. First pair as Harish, second as Suhas, third as Bharat, fourth as Rohan. Best of luck, guys, for the quiz.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Whose first name derives from the Sona word Tendai, meaning to give thanks, while her middle name, Marie, plays on her mother's traditional French middle name, Mary, using African spelling. Her stage name has always been a mononym, however.
Zendaya.
Zendaya is the correct one. We'll go to the next question for Harish. At the upcoming Paris 2024 Summer Olympics, India will have representation in 16 sports. The Indian Army Sepoy Balraj Panwar will be the India's sole representative in which sport in Paris 2024. These events will not be in Paris per se, but instead at the National Olympic Nautical Stadium of LA de France in Paris-sur-Marne.
Diving.
Not really. Passing it to Suhas.
Pass, not come.
Passing it to Bharat.
Rowing.
Rowing is the correct one. We'll go to the next question for Suhas. One of the events in the mythological canon that led up to the Trojan War was a beauty pageant known as the Judgment of which Trojan prince, angered because she didn't receive an invitation to the wedding of Peleus and the Thetis. Eris threw the golden apple among the crowd with the inscription "to the fairest one," which prompted three goddesses to have Zeus choose among them, which he happily delegated to the said prince.
Paris.
Paris is the correct one. Moving on to the next question for Suhas. What are these different types of all pay? Chinese, Amsterdam, Anglo-Dutch, barter double, best or not best, Brazilian, Calcutta, candle, double, forward, French, Japanese, knapsack, traffic light, and Yankee. Agency meaning?
It's like waxing.
Not really. Passing to Rohan.
Sorry, what did you
Pass.
say?
Waxing.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I passed.
Passing it to Harish.
Pass.
Passing it to Bharat.
Pass.
It is auctions. Moving on to the next question for Bharat. Behind the Bastards is a weekly comedic history podcast hosted by Robert Evans, exploring the lives of deplorable historical figures. The outfit image captures the lies and double crosses, secret police and explosions, a carriage chase, and even a mattress stuffed with cash behind the 1907 Tiflis bank robbery. Considered the biggest and bloodiest and most daring robbery in Georgia's history, whose hardened crew of exploiters pulled it off? Ten seconds remaining.
Said Butch Cassidy?
Not really. Passing to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing to Harish.
Stalin.
And repeat the answer, please.
Stalin.
That is correct. Joseph Stalin.
Oh, Georgia, that Georgia.
Georgia. Let's see.
Moving to the next question for Bharat. An unusual feature of the 1987 film is that instead of actors, almost all of the parts are played by modified Barbie dolls. In particular, Todd Haynes detailed the subject's worsening anorexia by subtly whistling away at the face and arms of the Barbie doll that represents her, who was the real-life musical subject of the film, or name the film whose title is derived from a hit 1971 song. Ten seconds remaining.
Is this that the carpenter? The,
That is correct.
Nice.
Next question for Rohan. Shown here is which actress essaying one of her three roles for a 2018 film, edited by Mark Fuller, makeup genius. And these three roles, director Luca saw the three Freudian archetypes. Blank, who all looks more or less like the actress, is the ego. Mother Marcos, a monstrous figure introduced at the end of the film, is the ID. An elderly psychoanalyst, Joseph Klemperer, shown here, represents the superego.
Are you able to zoom in on the picture slightly?
Yeah.
Hmm. Um,
10 seconds remaining.
Kate Blanchett.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing to Harish.
Pass.
Passing to Bharat.
pass.
It is Tilda Swinton. Moving on to the next question for Rohan. Which Caribbean island is divided roughly 60:40 between France and Netherlands? It is commonly believed that Christopher Columbus named this island in honor of Saint Blanc of Tours when he encountered it on his second voyage. Heralded as the patron saint at the Third Republic, we have this saint to thank for at least a couple of rebellious nomenclatures separated by a few centuries. Ten seconds remaining.
Saint Bartholomew.
Can you repeat the answer, please?
Saint Bartholomew, like Bartholomew.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Saint Martin.
That is correct.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah, I
right.
got confused by
Martin.
the second part of the question.
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther.
MLK Jr.
Yeah.
Next question for Harish. Which Nobel winner is seen here explaining the fall consensus effect when often seen in sporting auctions?
There's another finding in psychology. It's called the false consensus effect, which is people think everybody is just like us. And so the teams go through this, and they're all petrified that the player they're in love with, everybody else is also in love with, and they're all going to take him if they don't take him right away with this very high pick. And so it's decision making under uncertainty, and this year the uncertainty is greater than ever.
Yeah.
Kahneman.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing to Rohan.
Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor is the correct one. Richard Taylor. next question for Harish. Earlier this month, who was sworn in as Prime Minister of the UK after leading the Labour Party to massive electoral victory? The former Director of Public Prosecution and incidentally named after the Labour Party founder Hardy.
Starmer.
Starmer is the correct one. Moving on to the next question for Suhas. The New York leg of the T20 World Cup in USA and West Indies was held in a modular stadium built for the occasion. The stadium was located in Nassau County in a 930-acre park named for which American president from 1953 to 61, also famous for supervising the invasion of Normandy. Ten seconds remaining.
I have no idea. Wilson.
Yeah,
I said Wilson.
not really. Passing to Bharat.
Eisenhower.
Eisenhower is the correct one. Moving to the next question for Suhas. An untranslatable product name can derail a global marketing campaign before it even starts. American Motors made up this mistake in the early 1970s by naming its mid-size car SWAT. Although the name was intended to conjure images of courage and strength, it may have been a little too aggressive for, for Spanish-speaking consumers. In Spanish, the word means killer. Ten seconds remaining.
Pass.
Passing to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Pass.
Malte. Malte.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
see,
Matador.
Matador. Mm,
Moving on to the next question for Bharat. Designed to mimic the curving shape of a bicycle handlebar, this chair, the first made from tubular steel, has been a design staple since Marcel Breuer first constructed it. One of the best examples of Breuer's design, furniture company Knoll, who knows the design, states that this chair was named for which abstract painting pioneer and colleague of Breuer at the Bauhaus School.
Pass.
Passing it to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing it to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Kandinsky chair.
That is correct. Moving on to the next question for Bharat. Arjuna Award winner Shubhankar Sharma and Gaganjit Bhullar will be the two men representing India in Paris in 2024 in which sports? As their venue is outdoors, spectators should check the weather forecast before so they can equip themselves accordingly. White-brimmed hats, sunscreen, sunglasses, small folding umbrella, water bottles, etc. They are also advised to bring comfortable walking shoes.
Speed walking.
Not really. Passing it to Suhas.
Golf.
Golf is the correct one. Moving on to the next question for Rohan. When Procter & Gamble started selling in its Pampers diapers in Japan, the packaging featured an image of what delivering a baby. While the imagery may have worked in the US, it never caught on Japanese parents as their tale of blank delivering a baby to parents isn't part of Japanese folklore. Their stories involve giant floating peaches bringing babies to awaiting parents.
Dork.
Stork is the correct one. Moving on to the next question for Rohan. The Labour victory in the 2024 UK elections comes exactly a century after Which founder of the Labour Party became the first Labour Party Prime Minister, leading a minority government for 9 months in 1924. He would go on to serve once again from 1929 to 1935, and 2 years after that, be the only British Prime Minister till death to die outside the United Kingdom.
Hmm.
10 seconds remaining.
Baldwin. Sorry, Baldwin.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Can't recall the name. Pass.
Passing to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing to Harish.
Ramsay MacDonald.
That is correct. Moving to the next question for Harish. Which term is speculated to originate from a term meaning farmhand? Bill Bryson suggests in Made in America 1998 that it might come from a railroad creating a syllabic abbreviation of homeward bond.
Hobo.
Hobo is the correct one. Moving on to the next question for Harish. David McCulloch's Pulitzer winning biography of which American president quoted him as saying, if leaders of simple cricket clubs could be called presidents, the leader of the new nation might be something more grand. The 2008 HBO miniseries adaptation has led recent editions of the biography to prominently feature the picture of actor Paul Giamatti rather than the president himself.
Oh, Washington.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing to Bharat.
Pass.
It is
What
John
Lincoln?
Adams.
Ah.
John Adams. Okay.
Mm.
Just went with the new nation, and I
Yeah,
thought,
yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Yeah, it had to be
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson or Adams or
Someone
one
with
of
a
them, but
beard
which one?
because
Yeah.
Next question for Suhas. Which term originally appeared in a joint paper between Rose Clance and Suzanne Amis titled The Blank in High Achieving Women, Dynamics and Therapeutic Intervention in 1978. The paper described how many women attribute successes to external forces that have nothing to do with their skill, intelligence, or achievements.
imposter syndrome.
That is correct. Moving on to the next question for Suhas. This is a bird's eye view of a site that became infamous for malicious and outrageous wrongdoing and inspiring the nomenclature of countless other scandals in the future. Identity site whose Google Earth satellite image is shown here.
Please zoom in a little, please.
Yeah. Thanks again, Simini.
Pass.
Passing it to Bharat. Passing to Rohan. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, is this the Watergate Hotel?
That is correct. Moving on to the next question for Bharat. What auction phenomenon was first addressed in 1971 by Atlantic Richfield petroleum engineers? Thus, if an oil field had an actual intrinsic value of $10 million, oil companies might guess its value to anywhere from 5 million to 20 million. The company who wrongly estimated at 20 million and placed a bid at that level would win the auction and later find that it was not worth as much.
I'm gonna guess sunk cost phenomenon.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Pass.
It is known as winner's curse. Moving on to the next question for Bharat. Who were these bumpers with dual pointed chrome projections on the front ends of the car, named after the 1950s, a mononymous sex symbol of the time? The answer should not be confused with the marketing model for defining advertising goals for measured advertising results. Let's remaining.
Rita Hayworth. That's it.
Not really. Passing it to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing it to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Dagmar.
Dagmar is the correct one.
Oh.
Moving on to the next question for Rohan. Many theories behind this movie, Sickly Baby, included being made from an embroidered calf of or lame fetus. And the Sickly Baby isn't the only memorable puppet effect in the film. Witness the man-made chicken that our viewer hero Henry is served in the dinner by fiance's father. Identify the 1977 film in which you come across these puppets. Coincidence meaning?
I don't know. Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah,
Sorry, I said guess who's coming to dinner.
not
It's not
really. Passing it to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing it to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Pass.
It is Eraserhead. Moving to next question for Rohan. Hobo slangs are fascinating. In hobo slang, what did or does Duggan it refer to? As a clue, the term would come in handy during intercity travels and involves using entities named after the canis lupus familiaris. Let's even see meaning.
Traveling on the outside of a train car. I don't know.
Not really. Passing it to Suhas.
Greyhound bus travel.
Yeah, that is correct.
Ah,
Couldn't
of
Okay.
course. Of course.
Moving on to the next question for Harish. One of the three contestants that claimed the golden apple was which goddesses who attempted to bribe Paris by offering him chance to become the king of Europe and Asia? Patron of marriage, woman, and family. The goddesses in the question is the sister and wife of Zeus.
Hera.
Hera is the correct one. Moving on to the next question for Harish. The National Anti-Vaccination League (NAVL) was a British anti-vaccination organization that was formed in 1896 Among the leading voices of the anti-vaccine movement of the late 19th century and the early 20th century was playwright winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925. According to Evans, he said that vaccination is nothing short of attempted murder.
G.V. Shaw.
That is correct. Moving to the next question for Suhas. Makeup great Eric Baker and David Leroy Anderson picked up an Oscar statue for best makeup for turning comedian Eddie Murphy into 7 different characters, all distinct from the next, in which 1996 film?
Pass.
Passing to Bharat.
The Nutty Professor?
That is correct. Moving to the next question for Suhas. In Paris 2024, Ankita Bhakat, Deepika Kumari, and Bhajan Kaur will be the women representing India in which sports? Their events will be held at the Hotel des Invalides, English House of Invalids, a complex of building in the 7th arrondissement relating to the military history of France.
Shooting.
Not really. Passing to Rohan.
Equestrian.
Not really. Passing to Bharat.
Archery.
That is correct.
I was going to go for archery.
Moving to the next question for Bharat. The cliché originated with the vagabonds and migratory workers of depression. Plastic shopping bags had indeed been invented. So hobos did something to make it easy to carry their meager belongings. What did they do? Which soon enough became a symbol cartoonists used to identify a child as a runaway, as in Norman Rockwell's famous 1958 Saturday Evening Post cover title, The Runaway. Ten seconds remaining.
Putting all their eggs in a basket.
Not really. Passing it to Suhas.
Is this the stick with the cloth tied in it with everything inside?
Mm.
Yeah, that is correct.
Nice.
For boosting.
Mm.
Moving to the next question for Bharat. Second of these 3 contestants in the mythological beauty pageant was which goddess is associated with wisdom, warfare, and handicraft? Daughter of Zeus and Metis, who excited Zeus, head fully armed, she offered Paris wisdom and skill in war.
Aphrodite?
Can you repeat the answer, please?
Venus or Aphrodite?
Not really. Passing to Rohan.
Athena.
Athena is the correct one. Moving to the next question for Rohan. Which term originally appeared in feminist film theorist Laura Mulvey's essay, Visual Pleasure and Narrative Cinema in 1975, to talk about the way women were often depicted in films solely for the pleasure of heterosexual men on screen or in the audience. The term was meant to describe why women often had no standalone narrative arcs of their own.
The male gaze.
That is correct. Moving to the next question for Rohan. This is a bird's eye view of an island which was home to the namesake facility that was active from 1934 to 63. It once contained some of the most dangerous people in that country. ID this facility whose Google Earth satellite image is seen here?
Alcatraz?
That is correct. Move on to the next question for Harish. Named after the massif of mountains of northeastern New York, which shears invented by Thomas Lee between 1900 to 1903 were popularized in nearby tuberculosis sanitariums, where they were favored for the way armrests help open up sitters' chest. A signature of American vacation homes, these are now often made by injection molding.
Adirondacks.
That is correct. Moving on to the next question for Harish. Which Caribbean island nation is named after a Roman Christian martyr based out of Syracuse who died during the Diocletian persecution? The emblem of ice on a cup or plate associated with the saint reflects popular devotion to them as a protector of sight because of their name.
St. Lucia.
Saint Lucia is the correct answer. The next question for Suhas. A character played by Zendaya has a name that fittingly translates to God's praise. God has favored me. Portrayed by Shen Young, 1984 film, and Barbara Kudetova, 2000 and 2003 miniseries. Which character is this?
Chani?
Shani is the correct one. Moving on to the next question for Suhas. Which informal noun or style denotes an inflatable life jacket originally as issued to Royal Air Force aviators during the Second World War? The nickname originated because someone wearing the inflated life preserver often appeared to be the large-breasted as certain Bollywood actors. Ten seconds remaining.
I don't know. Just say Monroe.
Not really. Passing it to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing it to Rohan.
Mae West?
That is correct. Moving to the next question for Bharat. Jeremy Udhed, Oscar nominated for makeup and hairstyling, transformed Renée Zellweger into which reborn star in 2019? With all integrity and prosthetics intact shown, she won her second Oscar for her efforts. Coincidence remaining.
Pass.
Passing it to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing it to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Pass.
Please. Judy Garland.
Uh,
Moving to the next question for Bharat. Which Caribbean country is named after the protomartyr of Spain and a Spanish city, La Sofreri? An active volcano on this island has had 5 explosive eruptions during the recorded historical period, and shown is GW Turner's depiction of the eruption on 30th April 1812.
Dominica.
Not really. Passing it to Suhas.
Dominica.
Pass. Not go.
Passing it to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Martinique.
Not really.
Ah,
Yes.
the other one.
Yeah, Suhas. I think you were on mute.
Hello?
Yeah.
That's okay. I thought it was Hispania. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It is Saint Vincent and
Oh.
the Grenadines.
God. At least-
The next question for Rohan. Pretty generic designed this cane and wood chairs in the 1950s for a set of administrative buildings. in which Indian's capital city? These are some of the most sought after vintage collectors today, and even Courtney Kardashian has one in her home.
New Delhi.
Not really.
Oh, it's right
Passing
there.
to Suhas.
Jaipur.
Not really. Passing to Bharat.
Chennai,
Not really. Passing to Harish.
Chandigarh.
That is correct.
Le Corbusier.
Uh,
mm,
Moving to the next question for Rohan. Referred to as the cocaine godmother and the black widow of events in his podcast, who is widely considered the first female drug lord in history. She became a prominent figure in the cocaine-based drug trade between Mandarin, New York, and Miami during the 1970s. Incidents winning.
I can't remember. I'll just say Lopez.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass. This
Passing
wasn't
to
really
Bharat.
Arcos.
pass,
Passing to Harish.
Pass.
Is Griselda Blanco.
Yeah, Griselda. I was trying to remember her last name. The Sofia Vergara thing. Anyway.
Moving to the next question for Harish. Which term was coined by British psychologist Michael K. Ryan and S.A. Elson in response to a statement made in UK newspaper that said women in leadership positions have a negative impact on a company's performance? Ryan Hussein checked the top 100 companies listed on the LAC and found that companies experiencing a downturn were more likely to bring a woman in during times of turmoil, not the women were the cause in the initial issues.
I don't know. False attribution.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing to Bharat.
pass,
Passing to Rohan.
The Glass Cliff.
That is correct.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks.
yes,
Moving to the next question for Harish. Which company got off on the wrong foot when it opened in China in the late 1980s? This was because in Beijing, the company's famous slogan translates to "Eat your fingers off."
KFC.
That is correct. Moving to the next question for Suhas. You see lead puppeteer Ollie Taylor wearing which titular character's suit in the photo from last year? Taylor used mechanical hands with finger pulls to move the character's extended sloth-like arms.
Can you zoom in, please?
Yeah. Coincidence remaining.
Pass.
Passing to Bharat.
pass,
Passing to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing to Harish.
Pass.
It is Eric. Moving to the next question for Suhas. The longest serving leader of the Labour Party, 1935 to 55, who led the party to the landslide victory in 1945 on a post-war recovery platform with the government that then going to establish the National Health Service (NHS). His foreign policy focused on decolonization efforts, leading to the independence of India, Burma, and Ceylon, among other former colonies.
Hello.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I said Churchill.
Not really. Passing to Bharat.
Attlee,
At least the correct one. Moving to the next question for Bharat. He started alongside Garbo, Listader, and Lay, uh, and his films include The Prisoner of Zenda 1937, Rebecca 1940, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde 1941, and Then Were None 1945. But in the sporting world, he is known as the Test cricketer who founded Hollywood Cricket Club and attracted David Niven, Lawrence Oliver, and Boris Karloff to play cricket. Who is this multi-talented personality? Insurance winning?
George Harrison.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing to Harish.
Pass.
It is Charles Smith. Moving to the next question for Bharat. Which term originally appeared in Robin DiAngelo's 2011 article of the same name to describe the insulted environment and racial protection that white people expect to wield when faced with racism? She explained how the perceived removal of that protection often leads white people to react in anger at the idea that they themselves do not experience racism or they have an inherent racial bias. Coincidence winning?
The Black Friend effect.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Too many options. Pass. Non-comp.
Passing to Rohan.
Right. White privilege.
Not really. Passing to Harish.
Pass.
Armor or bubble or something of that sort.
Not really. It is white
White
fragility.
fragility.
Oh,
Integrating.
Over the next question for Rohan. Due to its due to its bitter taste, which herb of grace is often associated with regret, repentance, and sorrow. This is an explanation of the first name of choice of characters essayed by Zendaya in an American series based on the Israeli series of the same name.
Hmm.
Coincidence meaning?
Panel.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
frankincense.
Not really. Passing to Bharat.
Rosemary.
Not really. Passing to Harish.
I'll pass.
It is Rue from Euphoria. Moving on to the next question for Rohan. What term that borrows a Hollywood star's name refers to an act of self-fictionally taking or keeping something, especially at Margiana joint. Instead of passing it on, it comes from the actor's most famous form, the cigarette perpetually hanging from his lips.
Eastwood.
Not really. Passing it to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing to Harish.
Bogey, Bogart. Don't
That
Bogart
is,
the joint.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, nice.
Bugatti. Next question for Harish. Nominated for a CG Award, the Oscar-nominated makeup team of Jenny Shirko and Mark Pilcher and Jessica Brooks transformed Margot Robbie into which royal as shown for a 2018 film?
Elizabeth the First.
That is correct. The next question for Harish. The directors guild in Hollywood enacted which unofficial eponymous rule which prohibited actors from firing directors and taking over themselves. This is because this actor tended to hire only directors who would defer to his wishes. He once blamed Philip Kaufman from the set of The Outlaw Joseph Wells. In 1984, he took control of Tightrope and from Richard Tuggle, whose name remained in the credits.
Redford?
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass.
Passing it to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing it to Rohan.
Pass.
Please put a rule.
Mm.
Oh, this
Hmm.
answer.
One question too late.
Moving to the next question for Suhas. Which Caribbean country is named after the patron saint of travelers and carries in its name a reference to the 4th century Catholic miracle of a summertime snowfall on the Equestrian Hill in Rome? It is home to the first British and French Caribbean colonies and hence titled the Mother Colony of the West Indies.
Saint Sebastian.
Not really. Passing to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing to Rohan.
St. Kitts and Nevis.
And that is correct.
Okay.
Moving to the next question for Suhas. According to events at Fishbury Middle School in Waynesboro, Virginia, who became the first cadet in the school's history to be the court marshal. He became involved in the sports entertainment business after a ring announcer in 1971 left abruptly and his father, Vincent, needed a replacement. He was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for television. Vincent is winning.
Vince McMahon.
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Complete fluke.
Moving to the next question for Bharat. Which Swedish vacuum maker got a circulation in the English slang when it introduced its products to the United States? Intended to highlight its vacuum high power, the Scandinavian company ad campaign boasted, "Nothing sucks like a slang."
Would go with Eureka.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Hoover.
Can you repeat the answer, please?
Hoover.
Not really. It is passing to
Huh?
Rohan.
Pass.
Passing to Harish.
Ericsson?
Not really. It is Electrolux. Moving to the next question for Bharat. The youngest Prime Minister of the UK in the 20th century, who is the longest serving Labour Party Prime Minister, 1997 to 2007, and the only one to lead the party to victories in 3 consecutive general elections?
Tony Blair.
That is correct. Moving to the next question for Rohan. A sealed bid price auction SBSPA is one of which bidders submit written bids without knowing the bid of the other people in the auction. The highest bidder wins, but the price paid is the second highest bid. Who names the kind of an auction after he first described it academically in 1961, though it had been used by stamp collectors since 1893.
Nash.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Pass. Thank you. I'm
Passing
a
it
citizen.
to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
Pass.
It is
Samuelson?
William Beckley. Moving on to the next question for Rohan. After completing schooling in La Martini, Calcutta, Anush Agarwala moved to Germany to pursue his sporting dream that earned him at gold at the 2022 Asian Games and also a spot at the Paris Olympics as India's sole representative in which sport. This event will be one of two competitions, the other being modern pentathlon to be held at the iconic Palace of Versailles.
I'll try equestrian again.
That is correct. Moving on to the next question for Harish. Team America World Police was amazingly hilarious 2004 film made by entirely with puppets. It was created by the same duo that created which animated sitcom. They developed the sitcom from two animated short films, both titled The Spirit of Christmas from 1992 and 1995. The second short became one of the first internet viral videos leading to the sitcom's production. Concerns remaining?
Wallace and Gromit.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
South Park?
South Park is the right one.
Yeah.
Moving to the next question for Harish. This is a bird's eye view of famous historical site where an attack took place that claimed the lives of more than 2,400 people. ID this site whose Google Earth satellite image is seen here.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah,
Pearl Harbor.
that is correct. Moving to the next question for Suhas. During the late 1960s, Daryl McRae and a group of friends started doing something that got Daryl into a youth development center, YDC. While at the YDC, McRae adopted the nickname Comrade, and on being released, he developed a crush on Cynthia Custis. To win her attention, he did something all over North Philadelphia using the Cornbread nickname and thus began something that had become integral to hobo culture. What exactly did Cornbread do that other artists of his ilk had not done before?
There's graffiti with spray painting.
Mm, prompting you.
Street art graffiti.
Not really. Not really. Passing it to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing it to Rohan.
It's just like writing his tag or writing his name with
That is
graffiti.
correct. Yeah, tagging graphics. Moving to the next question for Suhas. Designed in 1955 by Danish architect Orne Jacobsen, a modified version of the 3107 chair with an aperture crudely cut off at the back to avoid copyright infringement, is ironically most famous than the original. It was immortalized by the photograph taken at the height of which caused celebrating in the 60s, named after the Secretary of State of War in Harold Macmillan's conservative government.
Hepburn.
Can you repeat the answer, please?
Hepburn.
Not really. Passing it to Bharat.
Pass.
Passing it to Rohan.
Pass.
Passing it to Harish.
The Profumo Affair.
That is correct. Profumo.
Is that a musket?
The quad.
Yeah, I think it is, right?
Yeah, nice.
I think you got, yeah, I think you got
Hmm.
all four.
The chairport.
Yeah.
The chair musketeer.
Moving the next question for Bharat. Uh, which original character within the Spider-Man franchise is essayed by Zendaya? The character's name pays homage to recurring love interest of Spider-Man in comic books and various media.
Mary Jane.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
MJ.
That is correct.
Hmm. Hmm.
Moving to the next question for Bharat. This is a bird's eye view of a dome-shaped structure, which was the site of the infamous historical incident. The structure you see was encased in heavy amounts of cement after that incident. ID this site with Google Earth satellite image you see here. Ten
3
seconds
Mile
remaining.
Island.
Yeah, repeat the answer, please.
3 Mile Island.
Not really. Passing to Suhas.
Chernobyl.
That is correct.
Hmm.
Moving to the next question for Rohan. In 1881, University of Pennsylvania, Harvard Ford College, Columbia, Cornell, and the College of New Jersey started the Intercollegiate Cricket Association, and it ran successfully for 44 seasons till 1921. How do we better know the College of New Jersey now?
Hmm.
Yale?
Not really. Passing to Bharat.
Princeton.
That is correct.
Ah, of course.
Moving to the last question for Rohan. Last of the three goddesses who wanted to claim the title of the fairest was which goddesses of love, lust, and passion. She offered Paris the most beautiful girl in the world. That is Helen of Troy, which ultimately won her at the contest.
Aphrodite.
That is correct. So thank you guys for the quiz.
Yeah, good game, everyone.
Good game.
Well done,
Thank you.
Harish.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for reading.